morning, everyone. So, I have a question to all of you this morning. Please raise your hand. Who of you still knows this? Very good. The Empfangsscheinbuch, the little yellow booklet that was introduced by the Swiss Post back in 1910, and that was for decades used to pay bills and where everything was recorded and stamped, but certainly not instant, right? So, second question to all of you. Please raise your hands. Who of you is using real-time payment currently in your company? Okay, yes, very good. Thank you. So, let's have a look at the DACH region first, and Switzerland. How is the Switzerland situation for instant real-time payments? So, last year in August, instant payments was introduced in Switzerland, and so around 17 major banks are using this currently, which is approximately represents 22% of all banks in Switzerland using instant payments, and that covers around 95% of all the transaction volume. Instant payment means the payments are settled within less than 10 seconds, 24/7, 365 days. Then, also in Switzerland, it was mandatory that banks have to receive instant payments, but still it is optional if they can send instant payments. They still charge a fee, and it is only for domestic use. Now, let's have a look at the other EU countries. They are under the EU regulation, so that means instant payment was introduced and mandatory this year in January for the banks that they must receive instant payments. And just last month, in October, they also have to send instant payments, and there is no value limit anymore. So this counts for the SEPA region, and for this, they're covering more than 70% of all payment service providers for instant payment in the SEPA region, and that makes 70% of all accounts reachable. So this is the situation, SEPA region versus Switzerland, and that means Europe is in the middle of the rollout for instant payments. Just last month, also the verification of payee became introduced, and Switzerland is in the middle of it, and there's still a lot of room for innovation. So, what is actually the challenge for most companies to introduce real-time banking or to receive real-time bank information? Now, for most of the companies, there are a lot of challenges, and I would like to share with you the top 3 challenges that currently companies are facing, why they are not yet introducing real-time banking information. So, challenge number 1 is the legacy system and the limitations and the integration complexity. Many firms are using currently outdated IT systems, and they are not necessarily compatible with 24/7 API banking. If they want to change that, that requires oftentimes a lot of heavy investments, and that again adds a lot of complexity. That is number 1. Top challenge number 2 is the fragmentation of the API standards and also the whole ecosystem, because every bank and APIs differs from countries, from banks, so there's a lot of work behind, and there are aggregators that of course help to do that, but they not necessarily guarantee full coverage. And the third part is obviously the complexity, the regulatory and security challenge, because regulatory changes are coming. A lot of times open banking standards are PSD2 developing in PSD3, and so that is a challenge for most companies to always keep on track. Now let's have a look also at the bank communication. How do most companies receive actually the bank communication today? So we are looking at two different ways how you receive your bank communication. One is batch-oriented. That means the file transfer. You probably all know the SWIFT communication. So this is the global interbank messenger. It's very important for global payments, but it is not real-time. Second way most companies are using is the host-to-host transfer. Host-to-host transfer is also file-based exchange, and this is not real-time. And the third option usually is the electronic banking internet standard communication, which is a file-based exchange, very secure and robust, still many times not real-time by default. Then on the other hand, we have the actual real-time banking, which is possible through the API connection. API connection. So that means batch transfer moves files, API real-time connection moves events. And so the API real-time banking is connecting payment initiation directly into your ERP system so that you can automatically do reconciliations, payments within less than 10 seconds. All your data is in real time. And so the great thing here for most of the companies is really the payment initiation within seconds, no more waiting time for overnight batches or any other delay that occurs, because usually 2 to 4 days are companies delayed when they do not use real-time data. Then on the demand side, what does it mean for the companies? That, of course, companies today seek for automation, AI, reconciliation faster in real time, and that is possible thanks to real-time data. And if you have clean, high-quality, real-time data in your company, in your ERP system, then you can use AI and generate fantastic, high-quality results as well. So API connectivity and API banking integration is the concept that we call embedded intelligence. AI-powered, API-integrated, event-driven and contextual finance that shifts your finance from reactive to proactive. Now, let's have a look at a couple of business benefits, because probably you're asking, okay, but why should I really do that? What is in for me in my company? Now, one of the things is you have your speed and capital optimization, so that you will benefit immediately. The money kicks into your accounts and you can do reinvestments or cut your credit lines. Then the second part about automation and efficiency gain is that usually the traditional way was to move files manually from A to B. And now you can skip all these steps and you have everything real-time in your ERP system, payments, life balances, everything inside dashboards, and you can do all transactions. And you can add the AI layer on top of it. AI forecasting, AI liquidity, views, everything you want. Then we have the risk reduction, because thanks to API integrated connection, you can even check your IBAN and the name of the beneficiary, so in order to prevent any fraud. And thanks to regulatory tailwind, the regulatory compliances are now obligatory. So that means the API real-time banking will become very soon for all CFOs and treasurers the baseline for competitiveness. A couple of use cases for you to share. Instant order release. That means when the money kicks into your account, everything is directly fulfilled in the ERP system and your data is correct at any time. The second use case could be virtual accounts and the automated matching, so you can save up to 70% time when you do your reconciliation work, because it's already with real-time data. And you can do real-time fraud prevention, because you can check exactly your name and the beneficiary data in real time in order to prevent any fraud. And then the last part is everything in terms of AI and liquidity control is possible. You can do all your checks thanks to real-time data. As a founder of a company that helps other companies putting embedded finance into the ERP system, I can share with you that this really helps companies to turn their reactive finance into proactive finance. And my name is Nadine Ebmeyer. I'm the CEO and founder of Ebmeyer Digital Solutions, a fintech company that helps companies embed finance into their ERP system. I have more than 15 years of experience in financial technology, consulting, ERP ecosystems, and digital transformation. And I'm helping companies with my team to build the bridges between banking and real-time integration, automated, intelligently, and without any complexity. I'm very proud to say that Banker delivers this reality today already with Cash 365, our banking integration inside the ERP system, and Fraud Prevention 365 in order to check the beneficiary data before any money leaves your account. We stand for embedded finance and embedded banking, and we are very proud that we have all these strategic partners that help us multi-bank connectivity, Deutsche Bank, SIX, FinAPI. We are connected now to more than 9,000 banks within Europe, and this is a very big achievement for us, and we are very proud of that, and we are happy to have more partnerships in order to make embedded finance a bigger topic in Europe. Join our mission to embed embedded finance more in Europe, and if you're interested to find out what exactly and how it works, please join our interactive workshop today at 2:30. Thank you.